Hello and welcome to the Chaplaincy Wellbeing Workshop. My name is Daniel Walker. I am the Anglican chaplain here at Royal Holloway University of London. I work mostly in the chapel itself, which can be found at the entrance to the Founders Building on the left-hand side as you're facing the clock tower. I also work in the Wellbeing corridor where my office is, so you can find me there if you ever want to pop in and have a chat. There are other members of our chaplaincy team, including our newly appointed Catholic chaplain, Phil Fellows, our Muslim chaplain who's been here for a very long time, Nisar Shaikh, and our recently appointed female Muslim chaplain, Abir Kazir. We also have Jackie Barber, our chaplaincy coordinator, whom I work with in the chapel for all the various services, weddings, and events that go on throughout the year. And we do have several visiting chaplains, representatives of the Jewish and Hindu faiths as well. So what do we do? The chaplaincy is here to offer support to the whole university community, whatever you believe, whatever your background, whoever you love, whatever your struggles or doubts, and wherever in the world you are, we want to hear from you. Chaplains are available to see all members of the university, both students and staff of any faith or belief. It doesn't matter if you're non-religious, you're still always welcome to chat to us. We aim to support all people in the university in building supportive communities of faith where life's biggest questions can be explored and a deep personal search for meaning is encouraged. But what if you're not religious? Why would you take an interest in the chaplaincy? Well, as well as religious services, which anyone can attend, we host a lot of warm and welcoming faith events and other events as well, and gatherings such as film lunches, chapel sleepovers, discussion groups about theology, philosophy, all things pop culture, and various other events which we always advertise on our Instagram pages. Although we have a strong faith foundation, we meet with many students of no religion who are searching for a different take on life.
Hello and welcome to the Chapel of Royal Holloway.
My name is Daniel Walker. I am the Anglican chaplain here at Royal Holloway. We are in the chapel, which is our main Christian worship space, and I'm here to give you a guided tour. Thomas Holloway asked William Henry Croston, the architect, to design this chapel in 1874. The design of it was based on the French-Italian Renaissance Château de Chambord and was completed in 1881. It was finally opened in 1886 by Queen Victoria. Although the university has nonconformist Christian roots, you can see around us that the design is very ostentatious and more of the kind of Roman Catholic style, but it did have Protestant beginnings.
Directly above us, on the ceiling of the chapel, you can see 6 angels starting towards the altar with the Archangel Michael. He's pictured carrying a sword ready for battle with evil. The second angel is Gabriel, the messenger, who is pictured with the words, "Hail Mary, full of grace." He is the angel who announces to Mary that she is going to give birth to Jesus, the Son of God. The third angel is Raphael from the story of Tobit. Raphael is pictured as a traveller who guides Tobias and has a fish in his hand that Tobias catches. The other 3 angels are all from the book of Revelation, the apocalyptic story at the end of the Bible. On the right-hand side, as you look towards the altar, the bas-relief figures represented are the great prophets of the Old Testament: Moses, Daniel, Jeremiah, Saul, and Elijah. These prophets are there to show us that God speaks to humanity, and they show the biblical story to all those worshipping in the chapel. On the left-hand side, looking from the door, are New Testament figures, specifically the 4 Gospel writers, Mark, Luke, John, and Matthew. Beneath each of them are the opening words of their respective Gospels. Above the altar at the east end of the chapel is the Apse puzzle, which is based on the Sistine Chapel. However, as you can see, God is reaching out to Eve instead of Adam. This is because Royal Holloway began as an all-women's college. The depiction of the Garden of Eden is also unique in that it is by the seaside. Times were changing towards the end of the 19th century. Charles Darwin had just published his Origin of Species, which made people wonder whether the older stories from the Bible, specifically those in Genesis, were more like fables rather than literal history. That's why in this apse puzzle you can see the hare and the tortoise, showing that it may be a fable. The cross on the high altar is a wonderful piece of university heritage, donated by Royal Holloway's first principal, Matilda Ellen Bishop. She was a devout Anglican, however, because of the college's non-conformist beginnings, they insisted on having Protestant services every alternate Sundays, which displeased her greatly, so much so that she resigned. Before leaving, however, she donated this Byzantine-style cross decorated with her family jewels.
At the base of the cross is a really beautiful image depicting Mary covering younger women with a shroud, which one suspects was very much in keeping with Matilda Bishop's care for the young women entrusted to her. It's really lovely that we can have this cross at all our worship services here on the altar, and I hope you do get to enjoy seeing it and having a closer look at it.
As you can see, there are 5 empty niches on either side of the chapel with the names of Christian saints above them. The reason these alcoves are empty is because they were supposed to hold statues of the saints. However, the original sculptor died before they could be completed. Here are the choir stalls where our 2 choirs, the chapel choir and the founders choir, sing at our evensong services twice weekly. This is the chapel roundel, a beautiful and peaceful space with Eastern Orthodox icons and an altar. On weekdays during term time, we hold evening prayer services every evening, as well as a Holy Communion service once a week. I hope you've really enjoyed our guided tour of the chapel. If you wish to visit the chapel, it can be found in the Founders Building, and you're very welcome to all of our services, or just to sit in peace and quiet, enjoying the space, meditating and praying. Everyone is absolutely welcome here. I hope you've really enjoyed our introduction to the chapel, but as you might have guessed, there are many other prayer spaces on campus. The first one I'm going to take you to is the Muslim prayer room, which is in the Wettons Annex across the A30. Let's go. Next, I'm going to show you our other 2 prayer rooms, our Breathe and the Dharmic prayer room. Follow me. This here is my office, FE158, if you want to pop by for a chat. Let's keep going. This is the Dharmic prayer room, which celebrates all 4 Dharmic faiths: Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, and Sikhism. This is a place where students of those 4 religions come to pray and meditate. And straight across the hall is our other prayer and mindfulness room, Breathe. This here is our multi-faith space where anyone, regardless of religion or non-religion, can come and pray and reflect, or sit and read, or study. It's open. If you want to book it, you ask me or Jackie, and we can book the space out for you.
So what services do we provide? Well, every weekday there are prayer services going on in the chapel, including evening prayer, Holy Communion on Thursdays, as well as evensong services on Thursdays. We also have an evensong service Sunday evenings in the chapel as well. Saturdays are the only day when there isn't much going on in the chapel. In the Muslim prayer room at Wetton's Annex, which you will have found on our video showing where all the prayer rooms are, there are always Friday prayers going on, as well as a weekly arti in the Dharmic prayer room, which you also saw on that same video. Chaplains are practice listeners with a wealth of experience supporting people through a variety of emotional, social, work and study difficulties, as well as spiritual questions. If we are unable to help, we often know who can and can forward you to the right people. But remember, you can always speak to any one of us. Next, we have a series of prayers which I'd like to say for you all. These prayers are if you're going through a variety of different experiences, and the cards which you see on the slides can be found in the chapel as you enter on the way in. Here is a prayer for feeling sad or anxious. God, I'm in a really dark place. Life is very hard and painful right now. I'm really struggling. Please help me. Give me the strength and courage to face each day. Thank you that even in dark times, I need not feel alone, because you are there with me. A prayer for feeling alone. God, I am feeling very alone right now, even when people are around me. Sometimes I feel afraid, sometimes I feel worthless. Please help me to know I matter to you. Help me to feel you near me. Show me how to connect more deeply with others and find new comfort and hope. A prayer for feeling hurt. God, I am hurting. I feel so many things. Let down, bitter, angry. I don't want to go on feeling like this. It's eating away at me. Please help me deal with how I feel now. Help me find ways to forgive, let go, and move on to something better. Looking for God. Dear God, I don't know you, but being here is making me think I want to discover more about you. Help me to sense you near me, not just when I'm in the peace and beauty I feel and see here, but in my everyday life. Finding peace. Dear God, I am learning to be quiet, just to be. I know that you are here with me. Thank you that I don't need special words to talk to you, or even any words at all. You are here, I am here. You hold me in the stillness of this moment. Being accepted. Dear God, sometimes I feel no one accepts me. Sometimes I find it hard to accept myself or feel I belong. Thank you that you made me, you know me, and you love me. Help me to see I matter to your world. Show me how to use the gifts you have given me. Wanting guidance. Dear God, I don't know what to do. I can't see the path ahead. If you are the light, please show me. Help me to think clearly, see new possibilities, and wait patiently for what is right for me. Then please give me the strength and courage to take the next step. Worried about someone. Dear God, someone in my life is in trouble or pain. Be close to them and help them know they are not forgotten. Make things better for them. While we wait for that to happen, give them strength to cope and hope for tomorrow. Being thankful. Dear God, thank you for all the good things in my life, big and small. Thank you for the people who care about me. Thank you for the beauty of the world, the birds, the trees, and the sky. Thank you for everything that makes me who I am or helps me grow as a person. Struggling with change. God, life isn't going the way I expected. I feel insecure and afraid. I don't know what will happen to me or those I care about. It seems really unfair. Help me to know what to do. If this means a new start, give me the strength and confidence to move forward. Wanting forgiveness. Dear God, there are things I wish I hadn't thought or said or done to make a difference, but didn't. I am sorry. Thank you that it's never too late to be forgiven, to forgive myself, to forgive others, and begin again. Grieving. Dear God, someone I love dearly has died. You know their name. I miss them so much. I place them in your hands. Please help me to face the future without them. I want to hold on to all that they mean to me. Help me to trust that nothing can separate us from your love. We hope these prayers have really helped you, and we look forward to seeing you in the chaplaincy soon.